Hello, this video will show all about the hows on editing the Barangay website. Let me start by saying editing the website is all about exploration, imagination, and freedom to do what you want and how you want it to be done. This video shows how I've done it, but you as well have the freedom to explore different ways on improving the work. Let's now start with the common blocks or features used. First, we have the paragraph block or the default block. With this block, you can type directly to the contents of your choice in words or type in / to select a block from any available choice. Take note, what you see in the editor version can sometimes be different on the main website, so check frequently on the main website after every edit to ensure you have your desired results. To add blocks, you can either select a selected block and press enter to drop down, or you can click the plus sign and select the blocks from there. Take note on the colors of the blocks. Any blocks that are colored black are default blocks, which mean that it does not require a plugin to be installed, whereas blocks with other colors are downloaded from plugins to add more features to the website. Let's continue. The next blocks we will talk about are the image, video, and gallery blocks. Using the image block, you can place any images in the website, but only a single image can be inserted. Whereas similar with the video block, you can only place a video on the selected area chosen. The gallery block allows you to insert more than one image in one block. You can either upload the images from your computer or pick already uploaded images in the website's media gallery. The third block we will talk about is the cover block. This block allows an image or video to be inserted to the website, which allows a display of text in front of the chosen media. The fourth blocks, media and text, and columns. Media and text blocks are used instead of columns as it saves time and directly allows the user to place their desired media and content without additional steps. Columns block allow the user to place another block within its block. Apart from the media and text block, columns allow for more contents and types to be inserted, whereas the media and text are only limited. These next blocks are templates or presets that come with its plugins. We can see those pre-made blocks or templates by clicking the plus icon on the top left, then clicking Patterns, or If available, just click the buttons next to it. The next block is specifically used for generating the articles and is called Post Carousel. You can choose the specific category in which only specific posts will appear, as to have an organized and segregated set of article posts. Now we move on to the Carousel block. This block allows a person to insert a multi-page slider with almost any other block. Then we have the Post block from a plugin called Otter. This specific post block filters different posts to show as well as the number of posts to show using the category tag system, which will be explained further later. Similar to the Carousel block, we have the Slider block. The Slider block is similar to the Carousel block, but is limited solely on images. To add more than one image, click the Upload More if you still need to upload from your computer, or click the Media Library to select images already uploaded previously on the website. Then, you'd want to click Add to Gallery and select all the necessary images to show. Note: double-check the Edit Gallery section to the images included. There are situations where it will include every photo in the Media Library in which would need manual removal of each unnecessary image. This happens when the image slider block is still loading and the user proceeds to upload photos. We will now talk about the Table block. This block allows a user to insert a table in their website with few editing features to change and modify the way the table appears. These next blocks operate similarly to each other and they are called spacer and separator. As the name suggests, spacer puts a space in between the blocks to avoid looking cramped and compressed and is mostly invisible. Whereas the separator have a few settings which can be seen but still operate to separate multiple blocks from each other to avoid looking compressed and cramped. These next blocks are rarely used but may come in handy in the near future: Embed and Custom HTML. The Embed block allows the user to embed a link to the website without downloading, much similar to linking a YouTube video in the website and be able to play the video. The Custom HTML allows the user to code a specific feature in the block and to show up as the final result in the preview. And now that we are finished discussing the blocks which were used in the website, although you can explore more on your own and enhance the quality, again, I am only teaching what I know, so feel free to do as you wish. We will now move towards talking about posts, where the user will most likely spend their time updating. Posts are another term for articles which can be found online. But unlike online, the user has to make the post themselves. Examples are inserting images, inserting the videos, the text, the contents, and more. Upon making a post, you will assign these posts with titles and categories. Categories are classifications of the post to keep them segregated when making a specific post carousel for specific types of articles or posts. The user can select more than one category for each post, though they may not be able to select more than one category when placing it in a post carousel. The one presented here are the months of the year from January all the way to December for when segregating the articles for the achievement page. And here we have the events tag, in which I interpret as an event that has, will, and is happening within the barangay. Projects, in which I interpret as anything related to infrastructure or construction in general. News, in which I interpret as something the general public should be notified and be aware of. Educational, I interpret this category as any information as long as it spreads awareness and ensures a learning to those who read these posts. how to make a post. To make a post, simply click Add New Post, then start putting in the necessary information. Before saving, click this Post button and scroll down. Then click the category drop-down and select the necessary categories for this post. Then, scroll down and click the featured image. Select an image in which represents this post, or the featured image is also called the cover photo of the article, just like in the newspapers. This part is optional, but I prefer to scroll down more and unclick these boxes to remove comments on the post. Now, we move on into adding more articles for the carousel. If you want to create another carousel, you would first need to insert the carousel block. Then, click on the plus button and select the post block colored red. From there, you click on the post block and edit the number of columns you would want to see for this page. After editing the columns, you can scroll down and click the settings and type in the type of category you want to see. Place in the number of articles you want in the number of items setting. For the offset, you must set it first to 0 for the first page. The numbers in the offset setting are how many articles you would want to skip in the preview area, or in this front page. Let's say for this page, you used the projects tag and decided that 3 articles were enough. Then you would go ahead to the next page and add the same posts with the same categories again with another 3 set of articles. Offset is used here. After putting in the number of items to be shown, as you can see, it is the same articles as the previous page. We've already seen these articles from the previous page, so to skip these 3 articles and move on to the next, you'd want to put your offset number to 3. In other words, offset is to skip. You are asking the system to skip the 3 articles you see here and bring them in the next batch. So, after the offset has been made, we now move on to the elements. Here, we can edit which parts of the article can be shown in the preview. Personally, I only show the title, image, and description, and disable the rest. After setting the elements, the user can scroll back up and click this style setting and edit out the appearance of the post more. I only use this box setting as the default, but the user can change the settings however they want. Now, we move on to selecting the carousel. Take note that to select the post block within the carousel, you'd have to select the inner part of the content. To select the carousel block, to change its settings, you would need to click the outer part. So now if you've selected the right blocks, you can see on your right in the template settings as it shows the name and symbol of the selected block. Now, going back to selecting the carousel. The first thing I do is to edit the amount of pages, which can be set by the slider setting. You can change any other setting you want, but I now move on to the style. I change the button color to black and its icon white to emphasize that this slider can be moved to the next page. And I scroll down to change the size of the icon to 20. A tip: before deciding the amount of columns or amounts of posts per page as well as the pages of the carousel, you should know the total number of posts that belong to its category. First, click on the Post Carousel block. Then, select the category for specific posts with the same category to appear in the carousel. You can increase the post per page to a high number to ensure that newer posts will be added automatically. The user can edit and play with the settings more if they want. Once again, I am only showing what I know and do. We can then scroll down and click on the presets drop-down and select the top right preset to set the format of the posts. Note: posts will automatically be added in the carousel, so continuous update won't be needed, unless the number of posts exceeds the post per page setting number in which was set. This last tutorial will be about block conditions. Block conditions are specific conditions to specific blocks which places a different function from the rest. The use of these block conditions is to assign conditions on other blocks to fit the screen view, tablet, and phone users, as what's seen in the desktop view is different from the tablet and phone view. Let's say this phrase is too big and broken on the phone view, but is fine on desktop view. We will need to make another phrase but smaller. To do this, the first step is to select the original block and click on Block Tools. Then, click on Visibility Conditions. Then, click on Add Rule Group. After clicking, press the Add Rule Group button and select the conditions, which then you would want to select the screen time setting under the Advanced category. From there, select the Hide on Tablet and Mobile option. This function allows the text to be invisible from the tablet and mobile view. The next step is to create another phrase which can be viewed from the phone and tablet without being oversized and broken. To do this, simply copy and paste or type in the phrase and select a smaller font size than before. After changing the settings, do the same process of the block conditions as previously mentioned and select Hide on Desktop. This allows the view to be seen from the phone and tablet screens but won't be seen from the desktop view of other users. And that's all for this tutorial. Message the support group for any concerns. Thank you.